There's a hole in the digital economy, a massive one. But this isn't about waste or inefficiency. No, this is a coordinated, high-tech heist, and the scale of it is, frankly, staggering.
Let's put a number on it, a big one. By the end of 2026, the global economy is projected to lose over $100 billion to ad fraud. That's not a rounding error, that's pure theft.
And you need to understand, this isn't just a number. It's a crisis that's getting worse, and it's picking up speed. The data tells a pretty scary story.
Just look at the trend lines. We're jumping from $88 billion in losses to over $100 billion in a single year. And the average rate of invalid traffic, that's the fake clicks you're paying for, is about to cross the 20% mark. That means, right now, 1 in every 5 of your ad dollars is literally vanishing into the pockets of criminals.
Now, this problem isn't exactly new, but the enemy has changed. A few years ago, we were dealing with simple scripts, easy to spot, easy to block. By 2026, we're fighting sophisticated AI-driven botnets that learn and adapt. The number of fraudulent clicks is on track to nearly double by 2028. We're in a completely different ballgame now. So what's the bottom line here? It's simple. The old defenses, the walls we built years ago, they're basically rubble now. This isn't a small leak, it's a gusher that's actively getting worse every single year.
All right, so how exactly are they pulling this off? Where's all that money going? Well, in 2026, it really comes down to 3 main lines of attack.
First up, the game changer. AI-powered bots that don't just click, they act human. Seriously, look at this. We're talking about bots built with generative AI that mimic human behavior so well it's terrifying. They create these perfectly natural mouse movements. They scroll at different speeds. They'll even sit on a page for a bit to fake reading time. To most of the old detection systems out there, these bots look exactly like you or me. The second major threat is aimed right where the big money is: connected TV. The ad rates are high, which makes it a juicy target for massive operations like the infamous ShadowBot network. And the damage is incredible. Get this. 72% of all fraud happening on connected TV is now bot-based. The ShadowBot operation, just one network, was found to have spoofed over 35 million devices. That means advertisers were paying a fortune for ads that no human being ever laid eyes on.
And the third vector? It's the destination. Fraudsters are now using AI to build huge, sprawling networks of fake websites designed for one purpose and one purpose only: to harvest your ad budget.
Think of them like digital ghost towns. AI pumps out thousands of these low-quality, made-for-advertising sites filled with garbage content. They exist only to serve as traps for ads. And this one tactic, known as click spamming, is responsible for more than 3/4 of all invalid traffic on the web. The point is this: the enemy isn't some shadowy figure in a basement anymore. They're smarter, they're faster, and their bots are hiding right out in the open, disguised as real customers. So, with all of that, how on earth do you fight back? Well, the tech used to detect fraud has been forced into a very rapid, very high-stakes arms race. The old playbook is toast. Simply blocking a list of bad IP addresses, that's useless when bots can just hide behind millions of residential proxies. The new gold standard is a completely different approach, a technology called Multi-Modal Behavioral Transformers, or MMBT for short. Here's the cool part. MMBT doesn't care who you are, it cares how you act. Think of it like a digital fingerprint, but instead of your thumb, it's analyzing the tiny, unique patterns in your mouse movements, your click timing, even how you navigate a page. A concept called the patch index helps turn that motion into a universal signature of a real human. It's not about blocking bad guys, it's about proving who the good guys are. And guess what? It works. Modern systems using this behavioral analysis are hitting a 94.7% accuracy rate. That's not just a little better, it's a massive, generational leap in our ability to defend ourselves. So, the whole paradigm is flipped. You can't win by just playing defense and blocking bad IPs anymore. The only way to win now is to go on offense and proactively authenticate the real human users. Now, this kind of fraud hurts everybody, of course, but it absolutely cripples one group in particular: small businesses. They're the ones getting hit the hardest in this financial war. For some small businesses, as much as 30% of their ad budget is just gone, siphoned off by click fraud. It's not just waste. It's like a hidden tax on growth that makes it almost impossible to compete with the big guys.
Let me make this real for you. Imagine you pay for 10 new customers to come to your website. You pay for all 10 clicks. But because of fraud, 3 of those customers were actually bots. So you paid full price, but only got 70% of what you thought you were buying.
That 30% chunk you see there, that's not just a number on a report. For a small business, that's rent money. It's payroll. It's the new hire you couldn't make. It represents stalled growth, and honestly, a total breakdown of trust in the system.
And that's the real gut punch. For a giant corporation, this might be a rounding error they can absorb. But for a small business, a 30% hit to your marketing can literally be the line between keeping the lights on and closing your doors for good.
So what's around the corner? Where is all of this heading? Well, this technological arms race is about to get even more intense.
Keep your eye on 3 things. First, quantum computing is coming, and it's going to supercharge both the attacks and the defenses. Second, the death of the third-party cookie means we're going to have to rely even more on these behavioral signals to know who's real. And third, the whole strategy is solidifying around authentication, not filtering, proving who's good, not just blocking who's bad.
So I'll leave you with this final, critical question. The fight between criminal AI and defensive AI is going to define the entire landscape for the next 2 years. The cost of being unprepared is no longer acceptable. It's a fatal business vulnerability. So, are your defenses ready?
If you want to get ahead of this, the best place to start is the full 2026 State of Click Fraud Report. It has all the data and a comparison of the tools out there. You can find it at ClickFraudTool.com. The link is right below. Please don't run another campaign blind.